it is vital that the people come out to vote. We have always realized that in past elections, many persons don't see the parliamentary elections as important. But this one specifically is of extreme importance, and they should make sure come out and vote and ensure that the government that is there right now, which is National Alliance, continue on the trend. If you go back to the history, you have to see for sure that way back in 2004, when the Democratic Party jumped ship and left the government up to himself with no representation at all from St. Martin, the National Alliance decided to get on board, appointed Minister Richard Gibson at the time, who people all know was supporting that Democratic Party, but our thing was we had to get the best man for the job at the time, and therefore taking a lot of flack, a lot of blows, as you could say, from our own, our leader, Mr. William Marley, decided to appoint Mr. Richard Gibson, who got the train moving. And of course, after that, the election 2006, we won again, and we won, and then we decided to appoint Mr. Roland Dunn, who's done a tremendous job, and therefore we are where we are today. As a matter of fact, December last, about the end of December, 28th, 29th of December, we had a parliamentary public meeting to approve the ordinance in order to transfer tasks to the Island Territory of St. Martin as of January 1st, 2010. And this could not have been possible had we not had all things in place in order for this to do so. And while on this subject, I must make a comment, because the member of the Democratic Party in Parliament stated that I was summoned, I was told that I have to come back from recess in order to attend that meeting. That is far from the truth. Before I left the island of St. Martin, I informed both Parliament and also my government that I will be leaving for about 1 week and returning on the 27th of December. I informed them that I would have liked to have traveled from Miami, where I went to visit my children and so on, in order to return to Curacao. And I was told that it's not possible only within the Antilles. So therefore I came out to St. Martin, and then on Monday I was called by the President, who said that they need me in order to form a quorum, because other parliamentarians did not attend the meeting because of other reasons and so on. And I think some of them were valid reasons also. So therefore, I decided if that was the case and I'm needed, I came down to that of Curacao. Fact remains that St. Martin was represented already by a senator, which is Mr. Ronald Samuel, so it was no case where there would not be any representation of a St. Martin candidate in the Parliament of the Island Territory of Curacao, where the meeting was held. So therefore, I was not summoned to come up from recess. I came back on my own in order to ensure that we have the quorum to make sure that this fellow ordinance is passed and ensure that the people of St. Martin get what they deserve. I also heard the members of the Democratic Party saying that what have we done while we have been in Parliament? Well, let me mention a few things we have done. First of all, there was a law that was passed where parents who have students studying abroad in the US and so on, and in the Netherlands, when they file their taxes, they could have deducted, I don't know exactly what the amount is off the top of my head, something like 5,000 guilders extra from their taxes and expenses that they sent abroad for their children. That law was passed by us during our short term right now as successors to William Marlin and Frank Richardson. And also what we did during that meeting, we also said you can also include students who are traveling from St. Martin to Aruba or to Curacao, because also within Antilles there are also expenses for parents, so therefore included also in the federal ordinance. Another law that we passed also was a law that was allowing persons who have their funds deposited in accounts overseas to return to the islands, and there would not be a penalty. We will find ways of means of dealing with them to ensure that the funds that they have overseas is back on the island of St. Martin. Another one we passed also is one in regards to the pension rate has been increased, and we are working again to make sure that more and more time goes by, that the pension of the pensioners is increased more and more. So these are some of the things that we have done while we have been there in our short term prior to our former parliamentarians, William Marlin and Frank Richardson, who have done a tremendous job at the same time. But we are saying also that in our short term now, we have been doing much for the people of St. Martin. And I believe that if you want to go and spread news, make sure you get information accurate, because people of St. Martin have to hear the truth and know what is taking place, how they be represented at the level of Parliament by the representatives on St. Martin.
There was also something said that it was according to age or something when it comes to the reimbursement of certain amount of money that students would actually spend, and if they were good at it they would get back some money, but then it did not actually happen. But maybe that one is beyond you.
Yes, definitely is, yes.
Okay, but the little